I'd like to talk about basmati rice, since it's oh so healthy and tastes so nice. I like to eat grains, but the truth is, I'm picky. I like a grain that flows free and not sticky. Probably most of us feel like there are health benefits to eating whole grains, and we're right about that. Maybe you've heard of beriberi, a debilitating and sometimes fatal ailment characterized by severe fatigue, heart palpitations and enlargement, and breakdown of the nervous system. It was common in the South Pacific in the late 1800s and is noted mostly in alcoholics, even in the US today. Most docs thought it was infectious, but it turns out people were getting it because they had stopped eating brown rice and started eating white rice, which is just the carbohydrate portion of the rice, with all the fiber, healthy oils, and vitamins in the sperm and bran stripped off. They had become thiamine deficient, and that's what beriberi is, simple thiamine deficiency. So now we know that a whole grain rice has fiber, B vitamins, calcium, iron, potassium, zinc, and more, crucial components to support normal, healthy vitality. But that middle part, the tender endosperm, is still the centerpiece of the grain. Rice is a staple food for more than half the world's population because it provides calories, starches which are broken down into sugars which become the energy we need to do everything in our lives. What is it I love so much about whole grain brown basmati rice? Well, first of all, it's so tender and fragrant that even my dad will eat it. In fact, basmati means the fragrant one in Sanskrit. It's gluten-free, so my best friends can eat it, and it holds flavor well without getting mushy, so it works well with a lot of different meals. But the thing I love most is a nerdy biochemical thing. The reason why brown basmati rice spikes your blood sugar less than any other kind of rice. The starch in basmati is mostly linear chains of glucose called amylose, instead of the many branched chains of glucose known as amylopectin. Since amylase, the enzyme that breaks the glucoses off the chain, can act at the end of any chain. Grains that store sugar as amylopectin, like sweet rice, break down into glucose really fast. They have a high glycemic index and tend to spike your blood sugar, leaving you a little tired or grumpy as your insulin overreacts to the sugar rush. Now, to my knowledge, and I've looked, brown basmati rice has never been formally tested to determine its glycemic index. But nutritional biochemists conjecture that it has a moderate to low glycemic index, the lowest of any rice. So it's one of the foods you could use to fight chronic disease and improve dyslipidemia. So, if rice is a staple grain for you, as it is for the majority of the world's population, including many Americans, you should join me in celebrating brown basmati rice. And if it's a staple grain for your patients with metabolic syndrome or diabetes, hyperlipidemia, or even beriberi, you might want to invite them to celebrate with us.